Hi, this is MJ Gottlieb from Intuitive Solutions, and welcome to the Startup Toolkit. Starting a business can be overwhelming, especially if it's your first time and you don't know where to go or what to do. So where do you start? Well, a good place to start is at the beginning. It all starts with asking questions. Have you developed a product or service? Is the product or service you've created marketing driven, or is it brand driven? How is the product or service you have created different from what's already out there? Is it better quality, less expensive? Can you produce it quicker and bring it to market sooner? How much money is it going to take to get your business off the ground? How much capital do you need? How much financing? Do you know the difference between capital and financing? Do you really need money, or do you need a strategic partner? Do you even know what a strategic partner is? How important is it that you create a business plan? And if you do need one, and once that plan is finished, how are you going to give a presentation that actually brings that business plan to life and wows your potential investors? Have you given such a presentation before? Do you know of any people or companies that you can go to that can actually do this for you or help you with the process? How do you plan on promoting your product or service? Are you going to advertise, use an online or offline PR firm? Or maybe you want to promote through social media. And if so, which social media platform is best for you and your business? These are some of the important questions you need to try to answer before deciding to take the leap into the world of being an entrepreneur. When Gary and I first started our first business back in college in 1991, it sure would have been nice to get a little senior guidance so we weren't completely in the dark going in. It would have saved a lot of time, heartache, and pain, not to mention an awful lot of money, a resource that very few first-time entrepreneurs have when starting a business. So how did we learn? Well, we failed a lot. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot. So we failed and failed and failed until we eventually started achieving some level of success. Then what happened? Well, we failed and failed and failed again until reaching another level of success. What we didn't have back then, or at least didn't know, was this shortcut that so few entrepreneurs use to be successful, namely learning from the experience of others. And as you've probably heard before, good judgment comes from experience, and experience comes from, well, you guessed it, bad judgment. Gary and I have created a complimentary 4-part video series to answer some of the most important questions for aspiring entrepreneurs who are looking to get their company started and off the ground. After you enter your name and email below this video, you will receive an email from Gary and I, which will have a link that will give you free access to this video series so you can begin watching immediately. We hope it will provide you a good view of the forest before jumping into the trees. The Startup Toolkit consists of the following 4 videos. Part 1 is differentiation, namely how to set your product or service apart from the competition. Part 2, branding, will show you how to build and communicate a one-of-a-kind story that will clearly show how and why your product is different from what's already out there. Part 3, business planning, will help you develop a roadmap to help bring your product or service to market. And Part 4, tips for raising capital and the pursuit of the deal, will give you some guidelines to follow when looking to raise money and some helpful tips to greaten your chances of securing a deal for the business, product, or service that you've created. Once you've watched the 4 videos, you can enter your information and schedule a phone call for Gary and I to speak to you directly to answer any questions you may have or help guide you in the right direction. So let's get started at the beginning. Enter your name and email below and start watching your videos now. Have a great day.